do that first. Welcome back to City Bus Manager. Now, it's been ages and ages since I last played this. So, I will need to quickly I remember we were doing New York City, and I want to chase some achievements today. So this stream might be a bit longer than normal. So if we do Shift and Tab, yep, and go into, there is some DLC, which I've not bought yet. If we go into achievements, just pin that in. So these are the ones I've got already. Just quite a lot, but we've got like in progress. So we've got €1 million. Well, that'll take a while. 500 maintenance and repairs, that's easy. I've created 100 bus routes. Well, we're on our way to doing that. 5-star rating, that will take a bit, but we'll work on that. 10 million passengers, all the research. Bronze medals, they're ones we won't get that much. We can make 20 employees quit, that's not a problem. And the rest are medals. So we're aiming really for like the bus routes and the buses one. Oh, that's what happens when you pin it. Okay, I didn't expect that. So in this game, now in the other map, the Manchester one, it possibly would be a bit easier because we've got like endless amounts of money. So I don't know whether to switch across to the Manchester one, where we have everything unlocked and it might be a bit easier, rather than this, because this we've got a lot that we can do. But we don't have too many buses. That's all we have. That's better. So we have 17 buses. Which is obviously not many. We do have a good number of routes. What did I title? I think we will switch. Do back to main menu. I think we'll switch to our Manchester game. If I've still got it. Yep, it's there. Load with the latest map data. Now that's a new option, so that means that it will update the map, I believe. So downloading map. So this might take a little bit longer to load than previous, but it might also break a few things, but we shall see. Hopefully when it does break it, the game will fix itself. Now I'm pretty sure achievements are enabled in this one. Now this one we have a lot more buses, a lot more routes, so we've just got to sort of step it up a bit more. Now I'm not saying that we're going to get any of the achievements in this stream because it might take a while, but we can give it a bloody good go. So this is back when I was just swapping all the buses into the B network ones. We got a bit of Blackpool Transport, bit of Stagecoach. Everything's a bit of First, everything's a bit hit and miss. So in this one we go to the big map, as you can see, it's like the entirety of Manchester that we have unlocked all the way up to here. And I didn't realise we had Glossop, so I already have an idea for a route we can do. Buses might be an issue. But the other thing we could do is start a depot in Ashton and start working on the Ashton section, because this is Ashton bus station here, this building here. Ashton depot is there, if I remember rightly. So let me work my way out around this map a minute and I'll confirm or deny that one. Yeah, because that's the railway bridge, that's the park. So yeah, that's Ashton depot there. So add a depot, we'll add it there. So it's 200 grand to build a depot, so we don't have enough money for that yet. We've got 100, nearly 200 buses. In this. And what did we need for the achievement? 100 bus routes and 10 million passengers. So how many bus routes do we have in this map? Let's shift. We're a little bit off. Why aren't these auto scheduled? Just go through this. Do a few days and we don't have to worry about it. Right, there we go. So we don't have to worry about that for a couple of days now. So need 200 grand. Loan wise we could do all the loans. How much are we making? Making 262,000 a day. So we could take out all. Oh no, that they all need repaying. Damn. If we take that, we can get that, right? And then we can get a depot down. Get a small one for now. So this is our small depot. Didn't mean to do that, guys. So this is our small depot. So depot 3 is Ashton, which is actually in Ashton. It's technically Duckingfield, but hey ho. So that's that. So then 100, while we make the route, we've got money rolling in. So I think the first one that we can start that I know is the 237, which goes to Glossop. Now I'm going to create this back in the day. We had two runs down to Glossop from Ashton. One was the 236 and one was the 237. The 237, when around Hollingworth, Tintwistle and so on, and the 236 was a direct. So while we're getting going, I'm going to do the 236 and do the direct, and then we'll do the 237, and that's 2 routes, and then I'll have a look at setting up a few more of the Ashton routes. Got like the 330 that goes Ashton to Stockport, we can do that. So hopefully we can get quite a few more routes going and a lot more passengers. So let's start off with the route while money's rolling in. New route, our own bus route. This is going to be the 236 Ashton Glossop. Starting at the interchange, and then it needs to go out of that way, up Penny Meadow. There is actually a bus stop there. Up here. Then I just need to double check which is the street. So it's this one, we go down there, come on to here, down here, and we go down, oh no we don't, we go down into Staley Bridge, into Staley Bridge bus station, not that way, that way, then we come out of Staley Bridge bus station, we go around this little square. Technically that isn't actually a stop on this way. Passing Tesco's, I'm gonna come out here, then this is Mottram Road. We're gonna shoot up Mottram Road. Then we're going to go past the Frog in the Wall into Road Cross, and I used to get on the bus there to get to college. I'm going to go down back more, Mottram Moor, and then this is where they would split normally, so the 237 goes off in this direction, but the 236 used to come down here. It got cut because there weren't enough passengers. Then I think, if I remember right, there's a bus stop there. Then bus stops have not been populated here for some reason, so we will roughly populate them. I know there's one there, I think it's after the junction. Oh, it didn't like that. Let's hope it's saved. Just let the game catch up and I'll reload it. It didn't like that at all, did it? It's still running apparently. Just give it a minute. We'll get back to it and hopefully it's saved. If not, we'll just pick up where we left off and try it again. I've found on the bigger maps it does occasionally do this, where it just has a freak out. Let's task manager it. Still convinced it's running at the moment. Steam's says it's running. I don't think it's unloaded out of memory. Then what we're gonna maybe have to do, it's launching it. We'll try this again. It's a minor setback. Instead of pressing continue, let's just have a look at... Yeah, no, it didn't put a save in. Let's load again. And we'll do the same. And I will have a look at what I'm going to do is on this screen I'm going to keep Task Manager open just so I can keep an eye on the memory and CPU. It was a memory violation, I think, so it obviously loaded something into memory it wasn't happy about when it went to recall it. But like I say, it's not a big deal. What we can do, I think, if we go to settings, auto save every 5 minutes. And then that should aid us. Right, so we need to do this again. Not a problem. It might have been trying to save the game when it crashed. Right, so that's that up to date. We've got 15 inboxes, but I'm not bothered. Right, money. We needed to repay that, which this time has only given us 130, but that's not a problem. We can deal with that. Right, back over to Ashton. Look at that, we know where everything is this time round. Right, new depot, add a depot, build it there. 2 grand. Yep, right, depots, rename Ashton. Done. Right, back up to here. New route. On bus route 237. Ashton to Glossop. Right, let's start again. I won't describe the route this time, I'm just gonna... That'll do. That colour is horrible. Can't see the route at all. Yeah, I won't describe where it goes this... Oh, balls. Where it goes this time, I'm just gonna quickly get down to it, get back to where we were. Keep misclicking. I've got a different mouse. I had to switch. Right, into Staley Bridge. There, right. Police station there. It doesn't stop there, it stops there. Then out past Tesco's. It's also probably that number. If you have a look at the number of buildings and the length of the route, we're connecting an awful lot. The other interesting thing about this route is that after 7 PM it doesn't do Backmoor, it does what we call Frontmoor, so it comes down Market Street and then down Mottram Moor there, but you can't put that in this game, so it's always going to run Backmoor. I mean, technically you could put it in the game by making it that after a certain time this route stops running. Now this is where it had a freak out. So if it has another freak out down here, we're going to have to abandon this. But we'll just have to wait and see. So then we're coming into Glossop. Glossop's nice and easy. It's just up the high street. And then Henry Street there. No, don't do it like that. It goes like that. There isn't a bus stop on there normally, but oh, I thought I was having another crash moment then. Well, at least we got this far. This is saved. Right. And then, so that is the terminus. So then we'll run back quickly before it crashes again. Because it's getting laggy. As the route gets longer, it'll get laggier. But yeah, that's why there's two bus stops there close together, because of how it does the bus stops at night. I'm not doing all of these bus stops on the way back. It won't matter that much. I'm just really interested in the game not having a dicky fit and crashing. Because it's really tanking. Because sort of we're going back, but this number's not increasing because we've already covered it. Then here it gets interesting. It goes up there instead on the way back. Technically speaking, it should go down there, but we're not gonna fight with that. And then unload there, and then it can start again there. Done. Right. There we go. So it says that we need at least 3 buses, up to 70 up to 220 passengers a turn. Now obviously we're not going to be able to meet that demand, so this route's going to get quite angry quite quickly. Now I think it was, what it used to be, I'm pretty sure, was the 237 and the 236 ran half an hour within each other, I think. So this will start on 5 o'clock when we do the 237, that'll start on 5:30, and then it'll work like that. We'll run it to a bit later. Yeah, that'd be fine. Ashton. Activate the bus route later. Now the reason I've done that is to give us a chance to get some buses, because we don't have any. So that's that route. Now, do we dare? Got them up to 17 gig of RAM already. $5 gig of that is this game. Wow. I suppose it is a big sort of map. Right. We didn't do the 330. Are we actually in Stockport? We are, aren't we? Yeah, we're down there now in Stockport as well. So I think for starters, I think we'll get this route off and going, and then we can look at getting probably the 330 next going. but obviously we need some money. We revenue minus lower the prices a little bit. Loans, we don't have advertising, that's new. So loans are all loaned out at the moment, so I think the only way that we're gonna be able to get some vehicles makes it harder that the game is like, oh, we'll think about it. Buy bus, use buses. Let's have a look what we've got here. I mean, any bus to get going is a bonus, I suppose. Sort by price. So yeah, 11,000. A little sprinter is like the cheapest thing we've got. Ideally, we want the one at 36,200, the B9TL, to give us a fighting chance of actually, you know, doing anything. I don't think we're going to get there very easily. So even the broken ones, they are expensive. Right, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to let the game run for a minute or two. So while we speed it up, we'll have a look in the city centre. Go! I don't think the simulation speed's that quick. I think that's mainly because of how much we've got going on. But, there you go. Because I was also working at one point, switching them all to deckers, all in the B livery. Money's also going to be slow now because it's 10:30 at night, so we don't have many passengers. But and we've got quite a good few interesting routes going on. We are building. It's more like the B network because everything's under the same thing. So it is sort of like the B network. It doesn't really matter where we put stuff running out of, or we just do things that make sense. I think at least once we've got at least one decker, I think we can start the operation of the route and just put it as we're missing services. Ideally it'd be good to get 3, but we already know it's going to be tricky. I mean, we do have a grant coming, £26,000 to carry 67,000 passengers. We're at 15. Expand the bus network. Well, we're trying to do that. Jesus, 16 grand in debt. We'll soon dig it out, don't worry about it. Fortunately, we are gonna, like I say, just have to sit here and wait while we go through the night time. I don't know what routes we've got going on. It's a good job it just saved. Well, that really didn't like that. Alright, let's try again. Oh, Steam is having a hissy fit this time. I'm going to go into the settings and see if I can make it a little bit more stable. I don't quite understand why it's so unstable. Oh dear. In fact, it's frozen that much, it froze streaming elements. Oh, Steam has officially crashed. Right, that's back. Me just... Right, I can't see what's going on in streaming elements now. Chrome has crashed. Just give me a minute, guys, while I recover from this hard crash. Wow. Right. I've got my stream back on so I can see roughly what I'm doing. Right, play. Let's have a look in the settings and see if we can make it a little bit more stable. Oh, I can only imagine it's the size of the map that we're running now. And this machine, for whatever reason, is struggling. It's not running out of RAM, so it's not like I'm running out of resources to play the game. It's just not having it. See if that helps. There's not really much we can put in there, so auto save 1. Let's load that up. At least it saved it this time. This is going to be a long stream if it keeps doing this. Oh dear. It's not like it's graphically intense or anything like that. It's just having a fit. I mean, it might be it's CPU intense, and I do know I'm encoding off my CPU, not my GPU. So that might be caused, but it's only at 68% load. The RAM's going up now. Right, let's carry on. We've only lost a couple of minutes. Let's have a look. I think we've got auto maintenance now and research. Yeah, we do need, one of the achievements is to complete all the research, so we could do that. I know it costs £2.5 grand, but get all them going. And hopefully, because we know we're going to go into the negative in a movement. A good question would be is when we go into scheduling today, are all the buses aren't being used. So we've got 1 spare bus there, 2 spare buses, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got quite a few spare buses. So, actual hindsight sort of thing, apart from they're completely utterly useless, is like this one here. What is it? 18L117. I haven't done all the numbers yet, have I? No. So finding a bus. I mean, we know it's not being used, it's parked up somewhere. That we need to repair. I was looking at the numbers, that's got a number. Oh, we got 200 grand. That helps. I can't find this bleeding bus. Right, has that taken our spare buses out? This interface, if I suggest anything, could be better. Why is my GPU at 100%? Yes, that's taking all the spare buses out. Right, but that's not a problem. Oh, autosave. Right, over to Ashton. Bus fleet here. Buy buses. Right, buy used. We can do them up. We want deckers. Get that one. Offer him 36. Rejected. $32. Right, let's just slow this game down a little bit. Now I've come out of that screen into a more friendly one. The GPU's calmed down a bit. I might be able to get that one for 36. I don't want a route master. Right, they're sorting them out. So now if I go over to moving 183,000 passengers a day. Right, okay. Over to bus routes. Activate. Let the game think. There we go. Right. Back into here. Shift. Assign buses this depot. Assign drivers this depot. Don't have any drivers. Didn't think that bit through, did I, when I started this? Right. So that's some of them. We need one more bus. We'll get that. So that solved that. There we go. So that is our route for Ashton up and running. It's the morning, so we should start having vehicles run out now. Now, I think you can edit route. Is it edit route or is it edit timetable? It's edit timetable. Henry Street, so that's a destination. That's a destination. Confirm. Right, so in theory, at my depot here, we should have buses running out very soon to start that off. So 21,000 now. Another 222,000. I think we can keep the loans just where they are and just keep expanding, I suppose. Right, I think before we expand, I think a save might be in order. Right, because we know the minute I go to try and do this, it's just going to freak them out. Right, bus routes, new route, route 31. We've got quite a lot of routes to go. Oh, there's an auto save. Right, so Ashton. 330 now comes down here. Down here. What's that? I hate it when it misplaces bus stops. Now the 330's quite a basic route, really. So it's Ashton, Hyde, Stockport. So that comes out of there, goes into Hyde bus station, and comes back out. Doesn't do that. Doesn't do that. It's not registering, is it, that it can come out? There we go. And then comes up Market Street, turns off here. And this is basically it now, all the way to Stockport. Very easy route to learn. Very easy route to do. Now there was a brief time when this route did go to the airport, but we ain't gonna do that. Now this is the interesting bit. Oh, it's added the new bus station in down here, so we can actually, I don't know how the 330 gets to the bus station. I think it just comes down here now and then comes round and into there, I think. And then I'm presuming yeah, I think it does that on the way out now. Well, it's doing that in this game anyway. because I don't know. It's doing some weird paths, but you know, I won't question it too much. Oh, hang on a minute. That is a really weird path. I'll do it doing that path. Right, and then it's pretty much... Well, it's not pretty much. It is the same. Apart from on the way back, the buses don't... This is Stockport roundabout. Big roundabout. Horrible roundabout. But they don't go round it on the way back. This little road here is a through road just for the buses. So, I don't know whether it's actually gonna... Yeah, it is gonna use that. Good. I was gonna say, I don't know if it's actually gonna realise that that is a road that it can use. Well, apparently it does. Oh, it's done some weird janky crap there. We'll just have it call in there. So on the way back it doesn't really add any extra people or places, it's just routing. It might add a few depending on, you know, where the bus stop's catchment area is, but it will add. So they're added a few buildings. It's just how the catchment area works. So that will bring us back into Hyde, where it actually goes down that way and into the bus station, then comes back out and does the same on the return. Is this an autosave or is he crashing? It's an autosave. It's so touchy, this. Oh dear. Past Asda, and then it goes straight up because these are one-way streets. It goes straight up here, comes across here, across there, and then back into the bus station. It might go a slightly different path, but it's there. What does it recommend? 4 buses, 140 up to 310 passengers. Well, I'm afraid you ain't gonna get 40 passengers, but you know. So that's one. We need that one. Activate the route later. Buses, no. Bus fleet, no. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Used, we still don't have any. But we can get 3. For God's sake. Unknown hard error. Chrome. Oh, this graphics card's not enjoying this. Does it say the 100 routes have to be in one game? That was a proper hard crash. I can feel the slowness of the machine as it's trying to recover. No. Right, just give me a second. Could be I had this issue the other day. I was trying to load another game and I've swapped my hard drives about, so it could be a corrupt game file, but it's properly crashed out. Chrome that I'm using to monitor the stream is totally unresponsive. Streaming Elements is held on though. Just. Right. Back in we go. I'm a glutton for punishment on this one. We'll just keep trying. See, I've got the achievement for 50 routes, so I can't be that far off. 1553. That's 5 minutes ago, so I've got a feeling it's when it's trying to make a save. It doesn't like having to try and make a save, so thus is having a freak out and crashing. But that time round my graphics went all weird, so it could be a dicky graphics driver as well. Let's see how far back we have to go. Depots, Ashton. Ashton has 3 buses. What about routes? Did it save my 330? No. Oh, for pity's sake. Alright, must have, because it's there. It's got the bus stops. Like there was a route. But it hasn't saved it. Right, let's pause the game a minute. Let's bang this one out. Right. Let's bang this out. Because it's got the bus stops, like I've used them. Right, I'm just going to do this really quick, guys, just once again, just so we get back on track. Then as soon as I've created this route, I'm going to save the game. I think that might be something we're going to have to adopt in order to, yeah, that'll do. To do this is every time we make a change, save the game. Like I say, it's got the stops like I've created the route. It just hasn't bothered to actually implement the route in when it's come back. Which is not a problem. I mean, I can just put them back in, but by God, is it annoying. So it might not be as accurate as it was before, but it's accurate enough. I think with the amount of crashing going on, I think accuracy has given up, because the amount of time it takes to draw a route accurately just for it to crash midway through doing the route is getting quite annoying. I say I will persevere with it, but yeah, it's not the best of solutions. Right, do that. Advanced. Come on, game. Right, it has saved automatically, so that's good. Right, stand B is the finishing point. Right, activate it later. Save the game. Buffly. Fingers crossed. Right, it's just bought them, but I don't know where it's put them. I'm presuming it's just put them in here. Oh no, they're there. It's just I had the game paused. Tit. So now I'm one bus short in. Right, we can fix that. It's not a problem. There you go. so we go back to Ashton now has 7 because we've got an extra vehicle. That's not a problem, right? So that's fine. We need to go into routes. Activate the bus. No. Ashton. We're 8 missing. It's not a problem, we can sort that out. As we can get some more buses going, but for now, save the game. I can't believe this stream's just going to be me saving this game. Right, that's the map. So we've got 237 running. 216 running. The 330 should start soon. Should. Please be an autosave. That's the 19, that's the 16. Right, so we've managed another 2 routes. So let me pop to the little mushroom and I'll be back in a minute. We'll try and knock out another one. Oh, that's a good start. The game is still running. It is a good start. Right, so now the next route we can do is that I know is the 387. I think it is. If it isn't, it is now. Bus routes 387. This is Ashton to Hyde. Right, this starts the same way in Ashton bus station and it comes out this way. No, 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 no. It's up Penny Meadow. Okay, you go that way then. up here, Tameside Hospital, goes round that roundabout and back out, and then comes down here, if I remember rightly. This route's been changed that many times, it's unbelievable. It goes up no, it's not Gorse Hill, Ridge Hill, down here, did it go that way? No, it doesn't. I think it went round that way. Come in the same way. And everything goes through Staley Bridge pretty much the same. Then it would come up Mottram Road. And then it would come down here through the village onto the estate, and straight down and through the estate, then it would bugger off. Please be an autosave, thank you. Then it would bugger off up here, round the back, then it'd go up here past the old police station, then into Hyde, and the same on the return. So let's get this returning really quickly. Before it has a dicky fit at me. I think it might be all these blue squares as well that it doesn't particularly like. It used to take 4 years to get out of this junction. I ain't bothered which way it goes through there now. And everything went round Ridge Hill the same way. I knew it was coming. I knew it. Bloody Unity, man. Oh. I honestly, guys, I'm gonna give up on that one. It's too unstable. I think I'm working on having a machine that can be ready for streaming only. I think once I've managed to get that machine sorted, I think this will be a bit more possible. But until that point, I don't think this is possible. And I think to keep trying is just... I'm not even getting a route done anymore now before it's crashing out. So